Country music is the kind you can play in the presence of your parents. And those genres of music are important. The one that doesn't have the words that will make you go, ooh, I shouldn't be playing that. But hey, welcome back. It's Hard Facts in 92.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Sam Oråcle Chinedu. And for a better part of this hour, we'll be talking about constitution, governance, rotation, and what has been suggested as the answer to our many questions. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, has said the Southeast producing the next president will help in addressing the feelings of marginalization in their region. He, however, lamented that the 1999 Constitution does not support zoning, which would have boosted the chance of the region in 2023 presidential election. Ngige, who spoke during Channel Television's Newsnight program, stated what suits the current situation in the 1995 Constitution by the late General Sani Abacha. The people in the area have perceived that they are marginalized. They are unappreciated, whether it was done by propaganda and brainwashing or not. That is immaterial. So I agree with the proposal. Unfortunately, the Nigerian Constitution does not have that. This is where I quarrel with those who authored the 1999 Constitution. I believe today, tomorrow, the Abacha Constitution of 1995 espouses rotational presidency into 6 zones in Nigeria. I think it's better if we hear the minister directly.
Well, I'm a politician, and I have to answer you as a politician this time, frankly, as Dr. Chris Ngige, a native of a community called Alo in the Idemili South local government area of Anambra State, and a Nigerian. Those who advocate that, I agree with them completely in their reasoning. I agree. Very well. Because perception and reality, thin line. The people in the area have perceived that they are marginalized, that they are unwanted. Whether it was done by propaganda and brainwashing or not is now immaterial. So I agree with that proposal. Unfortunately, the Nigerian Constitution doesn't have it. That is where I quarrel with those who authored the 1999 Constitution. I still believe today, tomorrow, that the Abacha Constitution, 1995, that espoused rotational presidency into the 6 zones in Nigeria with single 5-year tenure in order to heal all the wounds of the war, Civil War, and the wound of June 12. That constitution will have been the best constitution for Nigeria to use for the next 30 years.
All right. So if your question is what constitution is he talking about? Well, Abacha's formula was a 1995 draft which contained a 30-year transition plan. The aim of the plan was to promote national cohesion and integration. I know it's hard to imagine all of this coming from a military regime, after which merit and competence will replace rotation in determining who gets what. Now, it was a draft. Of course, it was never implemented. In practical terms and in strict adherence to the principle of rotation envisaged by this Abacha document, at no point in time would any zone have complained of marginalization, since there are going to be juicy offices to be vied for by each of the 6 zones in every 5-year circle. So, assuming the arrangement came into effect in 1999, which is the beginning of our 4th Republic, what this meant is by 2019, 5 out of 6 geopolitical zones would have produced a president of the country. That means every zone must have given us a president. So, the 30-year transition period would have ended in 2029, by which time each of the 6 zones would have produced a president, a vice president, a prime minister, deputy prime minister, president of the Senate, and Speaker of the House of Reps for a single term of 5 years, a single 5-year duration. Now, one of the other unique features of the Abacha document is its capacity to eliminate incumbency factor and the abuses linked to it. Since the draft envisages replication at state levels, the president and other principal officers, as well as state governors, stand disqualified for seeking re-election after their single 5-year term. That is what that document provided. But as I said, when 99 happened and Abdul Salam came in, everything Abacha was thrown out. And so we never considered it. So Chris Ngige, who's a minister, says that's what he believes would have fixed Nigeria's problems. Well, let's seem to hear what our guest, Dr. Gift Worlu, public affairs analyst, thinks about that. Hello, Dr. Worlu.
Good evening, Sam, and good evening, Rivers people.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for bringing me on.
That was a pleasure. So what's your view on Chris Ngige's assertion?
Sam, you know, Ngige started by saying that he's a politician.
Yeah.
But that he will speak frankly, not as a politician, but as a Nigerian.
Yeah.
And then he went on to say all the things that he said. I don't agree with him.
Okay. Tell us why.
I don't agree because, Sam, if you have a problem, the next thing you want to think about is how to solve that problem. And in solving that problem, you may come up with a number of options.
True.
And then you choose which option you think best addresses the problem. The problem we have in Nigeria today is a problem of leadership. Not in the sense that we don't have leaders, but we have very incompetent people who don't know what the problems are. We're not able to develop strategies for solving them. Who are not able to get Nigerians involved in the process of solving their own problems, and who basically don't understand the science and the art of statecraft. We have so many problems in Nigeria, and we have always had these problems. We have had people from the north rule this country. Today the north is not developed. Years back, we had agitation for a Niger Deltan to be president of Nigeria. It happened. Is the Niger Delta developed? The answer is no. We have had agitation for Yorubas, or somebody from the southwest, to govern this country. It didn't work. As far as I'm concerned, all the regions, all the political zones of this country have governed this country. The first president we had in Nigeria was the late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Yeah.
When we had that parliamentary system, even though they say the head of government was, in terms of administration,
yeah,
you know, but that was Nnamdi Azikiwe. He led Nigeria into independence. And we have had people from the southwest. We have had so many people, both under military and civil rule, from the northern part of the country, from the middle belt. We have had people from those areas. We have had people from the south, and so on. Now, why I say I don't agree with Ngige and the likes of Ngige is that, just like he said, yeah, I'm not a politician, but I'll tell you the truth. But he's a politician. And what Nigerian politicians are, or the way Nigerian politicians see the rest of us. So I'm a politician, but I've come to learn, because of proximity to politicians, that the average politician sees the rest of the people as idiots, people who don't know anything, people that can be told anything and they will believe, people that have short memories. They see us as a people suffering from collective amnesia of a kind. And so, when it suits them, at the turn of every election cycle, they'll come up with one big story. Before 2015, it was change. We want to change everything. The Jonathan administration has failed. We have to make sure that he gives way. We are bringing everything that we have. You are going to have electricity 247. Naira will be equal to the dollar in value. They said so many things. We are going to fight corruption. We are going to defeat insecurity. We are going to do this. We are going to do that. We are in 2021. Election is coming in 2023. Nobody is talking about those promises that were made again. Nobody is telling us whether they have succeeded in killing corruption or corruption has killed us. Nobody is talking about the fact that today $1 is about 500 and something naira. Nobody is talking about the fact that we don't have electricity, we don't have water, our hospitals are not working, our schools are not functioning properly, and so nobody is talking about that again. Nobody is even talking about change anymore. It is now restructuring, which also gives room for argument about Southeast, South, Igbo, and all of those things. I agree that Nigeria is a multicultural society. I agree that there is need for balance. I agree that we need to heal our wounds. But what wounds are you, which one do you want to heal and which one do you want to leave unhealed? There are so many wounds in Nigeria. What is wound to an Igbo man because of Biafra is different from what is wound to an Ogoni person because of what happened to Sarawiwa and Co. and the Ogoni struggle. It's different from what is the problem of the Ikwere man who had to go through a lot at the hands of Igbos during the war and before the war. It's different from what the Yoruba people are talking about in terms of their own wounds. You call it June 12, but there are so many other things. Even we are talking about Abiola. Abiola's wife died in that process. So many other people died. Bola Ige died. So many things have happened in Nigeria. What about the killings that happened in Odi? What about the one in Zakibiam? So many things. But the truth of the matter is that because we lack leadership, we are not even able to agree on what the issues are and how to go about them. Leadership is our problem. If we have the right leaders who have the right answers, who are able to, come up with clear-cut solutions and strategies for solving our problems, to the extent that our fortunes, begin to change, to the extent that we cannot sleep with our eyes closed, to the extent that we can send our children to school and believe that they are going to learn something, to the extent that we can send our children to school and not be afraid that they will be kidnapped. If things work in Nigeria, nobody will bother about where the president comes from.
All right, Dr. Worlu. Now, in the minister's defense, because I saw the entire interview on channels, it lasted for 49 minutes. That's how detailed I was with checking it out. That response, I'm not answering as a politician, was in the context of my political career versus my heritage, my ethnic background. So I think he channeled, yes, I'm an Igbo man, into that's what I will answer as, because a couple of questions that he got, from the person interviewing him was along the lines of, do you think we need an Igbo president? Do you think that the Southeasterners have been marginalized? So he responded, I'm not going to answer, and again, I'm not putting words in his mouth, as a party man. I'm going to answer as someone who comes from the Southeast, who believes that yes, this people's feeling of marginalization, there's a bit of truth to it, and something has to be done to ensure that everybody has a piece of the pie. So that's the context of I'm not responding as a politician.
And that is why I don't agree. Our problem is not about having a piece of the pie. Our problem is about increasing the size of the pie. Our problem is about making sure that this pie gets to everybody. See, let me tell you, all this talk about zoning or not zoning is all because here people don't see politics as an opportunity to serve and to add value. It's an opportunity to steal from the Commonwealth. So if as it were now, an Hausa man or a Yoruba man or somebody from the South is stealing, for the people of the South it's okay. For the Yoruba who are in charge, it's okay. For the Northerners, it's okay. So, and then the other people who are not stealing are not happy. When it is their turn, the other people who were happy before will become sad. Because that's what it is. And if we are not talking about first, as part of that recommendation by Abacha, they said that the rotation will stop at some point, wherein merit will not take place.
After 30
take
years,
over, something like that. Yeah. They will not begin to base it on merit.
Based on merit, yeah.
It's just like postponing this time around, not the evil day, the good day. Because the right thing that should happen is for us to look for competent people wherever we can find. That's the first thing. Because what people want to do now is fight, argue, make all the canvas for Igbo presidency or Southeast presidency, and then when it comes, they bring one buffoon, sorry to use that word, they bring one guy who is a politician. That time he will not be talking about the fact that he's not a politician. Maybe he will put himself forward and want to grab it, and even maybe remind people that he was the one who championed the fight. And then at the end of the day, if he doesn't have what it takes to be able to solve Nigeria's problem, to be able to even heal the wounds that he has so identified, those wounds will continue to fester. And then after some time, after he has done 5 years or whatever, and he has left, and he has not solved any of the problem, instead he has compounded the problems. Another set of politicians will come and tell us that they don't want to talk politics. They will introduce another concept, introduce that concept and use it to grab power, and then continue the stealing and the looting and the destruction of this country. That's what's happening. So nobody comes near me to talk about zoning when you have not talked about merit, when you have not talked about competence, when you have not been able to articulate the problems, identify the problems, and then proffer workable, practicable, solutions that are people driven. See, part of the problem we have in this country is you don't come out as a country and say you're a federation, and what you are practicing is the opposite, or is anything but federation. You say you are a democracy. What you are practicing is not anywhere close to being a democracy. As far as I'm concerned, what we have is military rule, civil military rule, kind of.
Like Worlu, you realize that no matter the competence, the merit, there would always be sentiment. There are people who would feel that even though the man in power deserves to be there and is serving, it would be nice to see my brother there as well. You would always have that sentiment. It's always going to be there. Because one, nobody can satisfy everybody.
Again, that's the problem. So I'm sorry to interject. Who is your brother? Your brother, everybody who is a Nigerian is your brother.
In the general sense.
No, we need to grow to that level.
But in the geopolitical / ethnic sense.
We need to grow to that point. And then if you are not saying that we have competent people, we have the people who can do this thing in all the zones.
Yeah.
Yes, these things happen everywhere. You're doing admission in the university, for example. You have your cutoff mark. And then you have a certain number of people who have applied more than the space that is available.
Naturally.
And that number of people who have met the cutoff and above, you want to choose from them now. You cannot apply the rules of quota or national character or whatever. But the first thing, the first consideration is that all these people are qualified. What we have not done properly in Nigeria is that we put the quota first before we talk about qualification. So that you see somebody who scored 300 not getting admission, and another person who scored 20 is admitted because of the quota that is sent to his people. When you have that kind of system, it is like putting the cart before the horse. And there will not be movement. Or even if there's movement, there will be negative movement, not in the direction that you want. So, and that is the crux of the problem of this country. The time for us to begin to first. See, it's like the running of a country is like going for competition, football competition. Currently, the Europeans are playing. Every country wants to win the trophy.
That's right.
Yeah, and then for you to win, you have to send your first 11.
Best 11.
The best players in the country have to represent the country.
That's right.
Now, if the 11 best players in the country come from the same family and they bring the trophy, the country will be happy. Nobody will remember that there was no distribution according to geographical zone and all of that. Do you agree with me?
Sure. Yeah,
yes.
I do.
We were all here when brothers, Kanu Wankwa and his brother, were playing for Nigeria. I didn't ask for my family to be represented because there's no player at that level from my family.
Yeah.
I'm sure your family did not also agitate.
No.
Yes.
We didn't even try.
It's about people who can get this thing done. The problems that we face are so humongous that we need to begin to look, like Plato said, for the philosopher kings who can solve these problems. And if we continue to play politics with the issue of the development of this country, if we continue to throw up all these things, rotation, zoning, 5 years, those are not the issues. See, Sam, do you know that in the Western world, in Igbo land, let me put it that way, they practice dictatorship in some parts. And if you go to some of those countries, like United Arab Emirates, Dubai, it's a monarchy, it's dictatorship.
Yeah.
But they have light, they have water, they have hospital, they have security, they have everything.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it means that dictatorship is not a bad thing. It's about the people who are running the system. You go to China, they are practicing one-party democracy. They call it democracy, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a form of dictatorship.
It's not, yeah.
Because if there is no dictatorship, is about freedom and options. If there's no option, then it cannot be democracy. But let us concede to them that they are practicing a brand of democracy that is different from our own, that is multi-party. Yeah. Their own is one party.
Yeah.
If you go to China, there's light, there's water, there's electricity, there's if you Google the GDP of China and compare it with that of Nigeria, and look at the per capita GDP, and we know that we're joking with a land work, as they will say. Now, you now move over to America or Britain. What they are practicing in Britain is different from what they are practicing in America. In Britain, there is light, there is water, there is electricity, there is good education and everything. You go to America, the same. Here in Africa, especially in Nigeria, no system of government works. We have tried military rule, it didn't work. We have tried the parliamentary system, it didn't work. We are doing this one we call presidential democracy now. It's not working. Something as simple as and as clearly as defined in the Constitution, which is that there should be 3 arms of government that are independent and equal. Nigeria, implement that thing that is in the Constitution. Allow the judiciary, legislature, and the executive arm to function independently. We no agree. At the federal level, at the state level, at the local government level, you find the same problem. Now, if things don't work because you have refused to do what you agreed to do, it is not because what you agreed to do is wrong. It is because you just refused to do the right thing.
Hey, Dr. Worlu, we have to take a break. It's hard to ask questions when the answers are flowing like it's flowing right now. But we do have to take a break. And after that, we'll be taking the thoughts of the listener. I'd like to know what you think as regards to the length of the tenure. It really does seem like every president has to serve for 8 years. The power of incumbency is strong in Nigeria. But don't go anywhere. It's Hard Facts in 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162.
Talk. We are the talk station of the nation. 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, I'm a politician, and I have to answer you as a politician this time, frankly, as Dr. Chris Ngige, a native of a community called Alo in the Idemili South local government area of Anambra State, and a Nigerian. Those who advocate that, I agree with them completely in their reasoning. I agree. Very well. Because perception and reality, thin line. The people in the area have perceived that they are marginalized, that they are unwanted. Whether it was done by propaganda and brainwashing or not is now immaterial. So I agree with that proposal. Unfortunately, the Nigerian Constitution doesn't have it. That is where I quarrel with those who authored the 1999 Constitution. I still believe today, tomorrow, that the Abacha Constitution, 1995, that espoused rotational presidency into the 6 zones in Nigeria with single 5-year tenure in order to heal all the wounds of the war, Civil War, and the wound of June 12th. That constitution will have been the best constitution for Nigeria to use for the next 30 years.
Welcome back. It's Hard Facts in 92.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Sam Oråcle Chinedu. You just heard the Minister of Labor and Employment, Chris Ngige, speaking about an adoption of a 1995 constitution as created by Abacha for a 30-year transition period that provides rotational presidency of single 5-year terms. And he believes that that will fix Nigeria and end marginalization. My guest, Dr. Worlu, who's a public affairs analyst, says he completely disagrees with Ngige's position. It's a question of leadership, competent leadership. All right, time is not a luxury we can afford. We'd like to hear from you. What say you about the different positions? Do you believe that rotational presidency would fix Nigeria's problems? Do you stand with Ngige that we should adopt the 1995 constitution? or with Dr. Worlu, who disagrees and says it's a question of merit and nothing else. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007, and of course 0817-923-0009. Please turn off your radio as you call us. Hello, good evening. Good evening. All right, call back if you can. I'm taking your thoughts now on WhatsApp. Nothing is working in Nigeria because we're interested in tribe and religion of a political office holder than his ability to lead effectively. No matter the kind of political system we adopt, we won't get it right until we change that mentality. Don Barzini says on WhatsApp. Hello?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Friday.
Go ahead, Friday.
Yeah, I totally agree with your guest there, and at the same time disagree with Ngige. I want to take my instance from China. Xi Jinping has been in power in China for quite a long time now. And when you talk about economical growth, you can't say that without mentioning China as it is. So I think the problem we have majorly is our political parties. The party affiliation system in Nigeria is what we have as a problem. A typical example is 2019, when the two major political parties gave us people who, in my own opinion, weren't even qualified to be president of the least country, talk more of Nigeria. You talk of Buhari, you talk of Atiku. The people are left with more or less very minimal options. For me, I was fully in support of Donald Duke, who never thought his ambition never saw any surface in it. People should be brought into positions based on antecedents. And my reason for supporting Donald Duke was when he was governor of Cross River, he did excellently well. Most of the things people from Cross River today were things he put in place. The Tinapa and the rest of them, good road networks. In the U.S., before you become a president, they need to look at your profile. Where are you coming from? But here, no. Everybody just go to any political party and influence and he's there, Sam. And then they intentionally starve us so that we become hungry. During election, any peanut is just enough for the common Nigerian. This is cruelty of the highest order.
Right.
And I think a lot of things will be corrected in 2023.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead.
I want to thank you very much for this show. I thank also your speaker. He was absolutely spot on. If you see there in the studio, I want to say, sir, thank you very much. Because all the points he touched was just like, is our problem. Sir, but I want to ask, I don't know if he's still there, I want to ask him a question.
Yeah, he's here. Go ahead.
Okay, good. Does he really say, does he think that making a provision for vocational institutes that will help to train leaders is the right way going forward to help and develop the right leaders? Because the 2 weeks ago is our leadership born or made. If we don't have leaders that are born, we can as well try to make leaders that are competent enough to lead our nation.
All right. Thank you very much. Dr. Wall, you have to answer that quickly.
Yes, first, I want to thank the first caller who talked about the fact that we can see a leader from little, a person who is faithful with little can be trusted with bigger positions like Donald Duke.
Yeah.
There are so many wonderful people in Nigeria. Some of them are in the industry. They are not politicians. They are doing well. They can be called upon to come lead this country. Now, on the issue of whether leaders are born or made, some leaders are born. As far as the things that I've read is concerned, some leaders are born, or people are born with leadership traits. But some other people acquire it through education and experience and all of that. But you see, as things evolve, even the person who is born with some traits, you have to sharpen them. You have to update. Yes, because like today, we are in the age of what you call artificial intelligence. We're in the age of information technology and all that. So if you were born before that time, and you have the traits for leading people in a society that did not emphasize IT.
In a manual society.
Yeah, manual society or an analog society. You may not be able to function today.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important that leaders must be readers. It's important that people must be trained, and political parties have a role to play in training people. And that is why it is important that leaders also need to, even when you get into office, you have opportunity to learn. That's why if you go to Abuja, you see that we have a library for the National Assembly members. If you go to all the state houses, if you go to Abuja, there's a library. There's a national library. Obasanjo has a library. But Sam, I can bet you that if you go to those places, you won't see people sitting down there to read anything. Another thing is that every man has his limitations.
Really?
So you become a leader, you can look for people and surround yourself with competent people to help you.
Yeah.
You know, when sometimes people talk about great leaders in Nigeria, quote and unquote, one of the people you call a great leader in Nigeria is IBB, because of the things he was able to do and the way he managed the country. Why did IBB succeed? He surrounded with himself. You remember, he was the one who gathered all the professors in Nigeria to work with him. And so the real issue is getting people who are able to create the right institutions, strong institutions that don't differ to the emotions of one single individual, institutions that are rational and that are able to look at the problems head on and solve them. What we see in Nigeria, the other day there was a protest, June 12 protest. Some people came out to say, no, this thing we're doing is not working. Let's correct it. Some other people came and said, it's okay the way it is. I understand, because that's how life is. There's something called force field analysis, wherein you will always find two forces struggling for supremacy and all of that. But you see, the reason why those who produce pencil also produce eraser is because when you make a mistake, you can correct it. And you know, I was discussing with one of my friends this afternoon, and we were discussing around this eraser and pencil thing. That pencil that we used to use then, the eraser was built into the pencil to tell you that every system must have a mechanism for correction. Yeah, you must take correction and, you know, correct it. What we are doing in Nigeria is that we do the wrong thing, and then we insist, oh, don't clean it, leave it the way it is. You know, it cannot take you anywhere. See what happened in America recently. Donald Trump and his people came. Oh, America must be great again. Oh, this, that. The establishment has misruled America. America has lost its place in this, and then they voted him in. They saw that it was a mistake. What did they do? They used their cleaner to. They used the eraser to.
We don't have a lot of time, Dr.
Yeah.
And
so in Nigeria, we should learn to see our mistakes and correct them.
All right.
We have made mistakes in the past by what yesterday I listened to Olale Koige on this program talk about what he called the accident of placement.
Yeah.
Yes, we have made that mistake of accident of placement, placing the wrong people in very important sensitive positions, people who don't have the capacity to occupy those positions and bring about the much needed change. Let us correct it, and we have the opportunity to correct it. And as a people, we need to come together, do away with all these biases, do away with all these unsubstantiated claims and hypotheses and concepts that don't take us anywhere, and begin to face our problems gradually. And I believe that over time we'll be able to solve them.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Worlu. Well, we are officially out of time. Well, you and I will be together on Saturday. I don't know if it's going to happen before then, but on the front page on Saturday morning, we'll have other conversations. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, Sam.
Have yourself a wonderful day.
A pleasure.
The news comes up at 5, and, well, another conversation begins. Don't go anywhere.